could be reading book after book, but prove in real-time practice you're still a rook. How would it feel being seen every time you made a mess? You haven't thought of it because you're too busy keeping up with the Jonases, keeping appearances, hiding the evidence that exposes your flaw like the rest of us.
What up, everybody? It's your boy SGFL, man, and we are back with another video, you dig. And we are back with an artist that I actually thoroughly enjoy, man. Makes fantastic music, real different sounding, free fire, man. It's the third time he has sent in some music for us to check out, man. The first one was called Mirror Neuron. The second one was called A Pass on Liberty, which is my personal favorite as of right now, man. Super fire song, man. I'm actually going to link it at the end of this video. It'll be over in the annotation, so make sure you check that out. I highly suggest you do, man. Well, this time, Rabiham, man. Rabiham, fellow gamer. What up, Rabi? Back on the channel, bringing us this time The Fool. All right, and quickly, what he sent in with this, with The Fool, man, said he made this track earlier in the year. It's a bit odd. You know, I like when people are different anyway, so it works for me. It's a bit odd. It's freer of an artist in this one, man. It was thoroughly fun to work and put it together, man. So that's why I like to hear. So before we jump into The Fool, man, a quick description that Robbie gave us, as well as you can see from the SoundCloud, man. It simply says, The Fool is a reflection on living authentically, even when the world doesn't understand you, inspired by the tarot card. This track walks the edge between vulnerability and defiance. All right, it says, for those who trust their inner compass, who learn through experience, who aren't afraid to be misunderstood. Whether you've been called reckless, weird, or too much, you might just be on the right path. This one's for the explorers, the real ones, the fools. Like that, man. We got some philosophy in there. So let's jump right here into it, man. Of course, all the information for Rabiham, information will be linked in the description below, just like any other artist you see featured on this channel, man. So if you've thoroughly enjoyed it, make sure you check it out. But let's jump right here into The Fool from Rabiham. Let's go. Starting off very ominously.
I don't recall a time when I made sense to people. Sometimes it was the way I dressed, others the way I expressed myself. Most of the time there was nothing else besides being myself. They think I do it on purpose, I swear to God I simply follow my compass that leads me against the grain. To get my fingers on everything, to live based off experience. Would you believe it if I told you I confuse even me? Doesn't mean you got the authority to tutor me. Last I checked, I'm doing it differently. You puff your chest, acting like you picked it. The stuff you worship from scrolling mindlessly. I speak but you're not listening. Okay fine, you're right, you know, so but keep acting like this and what you know. Maybe the only thing you'll ever know. I don't wanna sound mean. Trust me, I know how you feel. Still you're shooting yourself in the feet cause you've yet to feel the thrill of conquering fears where your fiercest self's been sealed. My thought is, we've given too much credit to established norms. Sister's eyes just rolled, she says, it's good that you're bold. Be careful though, you don't wanna tease a beast you can't handle. He's stronger than me, up until then it's like I've been asleep, wandering around almost aimlessly, till you bring me someone, tell me you can defeat. What do you say? Vitamin C, because now I feel like I've been finally unleashed. But don't you worry, I promise to punch hard enough to slow the blood in its course, but not enough for it to be poured. You can teach them a lesson without being cruel, because under the flesh is another soul. What I'm saying is, what you got is great. Let's say your IQ's the highest, you could still be setting kitchens on fire because you're that kind of cook. You could be scamming people with a smile and pretend nothing happened because you're that kind of crook. You could be reading book after book, but prove in real-time practice you're still a rook. How would it feel being seen every time you made a mess? You haven't thought of it because you're too busy keeping up with the Jonases, keeping appearances, hiding the evidence that exposes your flaw like the rest of us. That's why your accomplishments don't rocket me to the moon. That's why you can count on me to be there for you. So don't judge those who dare to live in truth. They've been there themselves, so they'll be there for you. Writing this piece was something. You see, you like to approach people with a feeling of superiority, like you know better, and maybe you do, but
y'all see when I say spoken rap,
missing out on the intricate experiences they might have had, which could enrich your soul, you know, make you wiser. But hey, maybe that's just my opinion. sound like them.
There's nothing wrong with that. Hold on, Rob. We gotta go again, man. Like I like that. That's why I say, man, spoken rap, man. Especially with these beats. Makes us feel like we in like a noir-esque era of music, man. Like my man's a private eye detective strolling down the mean streets.
I don't recall a time when I made sense to people. Sometimes it was the way I dressed, others the way I expressed myself. Most of the time there was nothing else besides being myself. They think I do it on purpose, I swear to God I simply follow my compass that leads me against the grain. To get my fingers on everything, to live based off experience. Would you believe it if I told you I confuse even me? Doesn't mean you got the authority to tutor me. Last I checked, I'm doing it differently. You puff your chest, acting like you picked it. The stuff you worship from scrolling mindlessly. I speak but you're not listening. Okay fine, you're right, you know. But keep acting like this
That's so,
and what
like,
you
dope,
know.
subtle
Maybe the only thing you'll
instruments in
ever
this.
know. I don't wanna sound mean. Trust me, I know how you feel. Still you're shooting yourself in the feet cause you've yet to feel the thrill of conquering fears where your fiercest self's been sealed. My thought is we've given too much credit to established norms. Sister's eyes just rolled. She says it's good that you're bold. Be careful though. You don't wanna tease a beast you can't handle. He's stronger than me. Up until then it's like I've been asleep, wandering around almost aimlessly till you bring me someone tell me you can defeat. What do you say? Vitamin C, because now I feel like I've been finally unleashed. But don't you worry, I promise to punch hard enough to slow the blood in its course, but not enough for it to be poured. You can teach them a lesson without being cruel, because under the flesh is another soul. What I'm saying is, what you got is great.
Yeah.
Let's say your IQ's the highest, you could still be setting kitchens on fire because you're that kind of cook. You could be scamming people with a smile and
Set
pretend
kitchens
nothing
on fire
happened because you're
because
that
you're
kind of
that
crook. You could
Yeah.
be reading book after book, but prove in real-time practice you're still a rook. How would it feel being seen every time you made a mess? You haven't thought of it because you're too busy keeping up with the Jonases, keeping appearances, hiding the evidence that exposes your flaw like the rest of us. That's why your accomplishments don't rocket me to the moon. That's why you can count on me to be there for you. So don't judge those who dare to live in truth. They've been there themselves, so they'll be
Judge
there
those
for
who
you.
dare live in truth.
Writing this piece was something. You see, you like to approach people with a feeling of superiority, like you know better, and maybe you do, but you're unfortunately missing out on the intricate experiences they might have had, which could enrich your soul, you know, make you wiser. But hey, maybe that's just my opinion.
We all
don't
just
like
the
to sound like
fools.
them.
All right, y'all. That was Rabiham, man, with the fool. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see what I said when I say my dog sounds like his music is giving that spoken rap kind of vibe, man. Like I said, I think a lot of people really can't master this type of musicianship. You know what I'm saying? This style of music to make it actually be like a vibe, but also like almost like poetic to a beat. You know what I'm saying? Especially I said with the word, but if you listen very, very intently and deeply, man, my man, like he's spitting knowledge. You know what I'm saying? It's more so like conscious spoken rap, but then with that nice noir ass kind of like private eye detective kind of beat in the background. Just like, you know, you remember them old like 60s, 70s kind of cartoons, man. They're like when they like transition, like the old Batman with the old pow and wham effects on screen. It gives that kind of era of music, man, but like modernized. And I think it's such a real dope feat to even be able to make, you know what I'm saying, to be able to experience in a musicianship form nowadays in 2025, man. He's like, I don't want to be like her. I don't want to sound like them. You shouldn't, Robbie. You shouldn't. You should stay at the level you're at. Well, not the level, you know what I'm saying? The music that you make at this level, stay there in your own niche, in your own bubble, and carve out your little corner of the musical sphere and just basically just cater to the needs of those in that realm, because I feel like it's not a lot of people who has jumped in this lane, man, and you can really be and are right now the pioneer of it, man. Like I said, I like this spoken word style, man. It's almost like reflection on individuality, like humility, and like the dangers of like arrogance, you know what I'm saying, which I don't think a lot of people really understand. But I like how Rabiham speaks from the perspective of someone who's always been different. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's me as well too, man. Like I said, I always try to be different and go against the norms of what everybody else is doing. People know me personally, they know it, especially like when it comes to cars. If everybody go left, I go right. If everybody likes something, I just don't, because you know what I'm saying, I don't like hype on a lot of stuff, man. It really turns me off. So I really always try to be different. Not trying to be conflicting and nothing like that, just different. You know what I'm saying? Y'all like what y'all like. We like what we like, man. And I like how he dressed, how they dress, like to impress themselves and live life, man. Like that. I like how he rejects that conformity instead, in their own compass, even when they're misunderstood. You know what I'm saying? Like they reject those societal norms of what we're like that, and they feel like everybody, you should. Why don't you like this? You should like this because X, Y. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I like how the song calls out people who act superior. You know what I mean? Those jerks, you know what I mean? Those high and mighty, egotistical kind of people, man. And like reminding them that knowledge without empathy, man, or lived experience is just shallow. You know what I'm saying? It's just shallow. Nobody cares. It's not real deep to go into. It's just something that, you know, is gone by the wayside, man, through like his vivid metaphors, man, like comparing like intellect, but reckless, like cook for somebody, like setting the kitchen on fire, you know what I'm saying? Like how he throws little stuff in there like that, man, little gems that you can catch if you allow your brain to process it fast enough before he's on to the next, because you really try to hear what he says. But it's also that music, man, you just vibing to, just, I feel like you need to have one of them old cigarettes, you know what I'm saying? You're on the detective office, your private eye office, man, just you're putting out, you're trying to get these cases put together. You feel me? Like we're watching First 48 from the 60s. But like I said, Robbie, like he really warns, you know what I'm saying, that raw intelligence or book smarts mean little without humility and compassion. You know what I'm saying? Don't read too much mind. Like, at its core, I feel like the fool isn't just about being foolish at all. It's about that wisdom and embracing your flaws. You know what I'm saying? Learning from others' perspective and daring to live authentically. Authentically, I guess I have a hard. I'm telling you, man. Rolling these words. Maybe it's late. I mean, I gotta stop having stuff. Authentically, despite judgment. You know what I'm saying? Live in your authentic self, man, your authentic world, your authentic knowledge and wisdom and know-how, despite what others may think, man. Like I like how he flips the title of it called The Fool on his head, you know what I'm saying? Because like it might actually be the wisest person in the room. You know what I mean? You think it's the fool. It's really not. You know what I'm saying? Robbie doing his thing, man. Once again, fire artist, man. Like I said, I'm really gonna dub this like conscious spoken rap, man. Spoken rap is just super dope, man. I like it. Look, really like it. His spoken word style of musicianship that he does is, I feel like, leaps and bounds above a lot of people, man. I really feel like when people be different and cut against the norm, that's how you stand out. That's how you grab a bass. That's how you get a lot of eyes on you. They have no other place to go to but your kind of music for that kind of, to scratch that kind of itch they may have. You can't lose with this, man. Robbie, super dope. Once again, in this video, man, it's almost over. You know what I'm saying? I'm almost gonna wrap up my talking, you know, man, my little rant and stuff like that. Make sure you guys check out the other video as well, too, man. It's just it's worth every second of it, man. I'm like, Robbie really does his thing. You know what I'm saying? A pass on freedom. Can't go wrong with it. So as always, man, if you want to join the SGFL family, man, and continue to support dope, up and coming, independent, international, underground kind of artists, man, hit that subscribe button. I thoroughly appreciate all the love we've been getting. The family's growing day by day, man. It's super fire, man. We're gonna continue to have fun with it. We're gonna continue to have to like just listen to some fire music. Put a spotlight on these dope, up and coming, independent, international, underground kind of artists, man. Continue to, like, you know what I'm saying, elevate them, get their music out there so others may hear and take heed, or just like notice. And just also, you never know who may reach out, who may see something, might want to do some collabs, things like that, man. Robbie, UD Shady, I'm still waiting on that collab as well too, man. But y'all do it in y'all time, you know what I'm saying? Measure twice, cut once, do it right the first time. I know it'll be a banger. As always, man, of course, all the information for Robbie linked in the description below. So most definitely slide over, listen to all the other works he has, all the other music. Follow him on social medias. If you like any other music on her or the other previous songs, Mirror Neuron or Pass on Liberty or The Full Now, and you want to clip it out, put it on YouTube, make a short, Instagram, make a reel, TikTok, make a post, IG, make a story, or Snap, make a story, or like that, Facebook, whatever you want to put it. If you want to email it to somebody, text it in the group, whatever. Make sure you credit the artist, man. Make sure you tag Robbie. Make sure you hashtag him, let other people know where you got it from, so they also could go down that rabbit hole, listen to some good music, man, and just go from there, man. You feel me? So I'm sure all the artists that appear on this channel Would thoroughly appreciate that. I'm also gonna probably start doing like subscription stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to help support, you know what I mean, the works and the channel of these artists, man, and continue to put out, I can put out good content for you guys, man. Make sure I'm always giving you guys the best. Or be looking out for that too. You feel me? But it ain't no time soon. I'm just thinking, you know, I'm just brainstorming. You feel me? It's all about Robbie right now, man. Robbie, you know, Snakey, that Metal Gear Delta about to drop. Let me know if you're rocking with it, man. From me to you until next time, and it will be soon. It's your boy SGFL. I'm out.